Hello guys, it's James here from Inside United. Welcome here to today's video. Manchester United have just been beaten 2-1 by Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium in the Barclays Premier League today. I'm speechless, I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I thought we'd come here today and win, put the Champions League exit, put the PSV home draw, put the Leicester draw, put the West Ham 0-0 draw all behind us and really go for it here and get 3 points. We didn't do that, it was just poor. There was the lack of desire was absolutely unreal, and it reminded me of the Moyes times. It was an awful performance. We had a very weak and young type lineup. Very inexperienced. We had lots of first-team injuries. Rooney, Schneiderlin, Rooney, Feinsteiger, Darmian, Smalling. We had loads of players out injured. And we had a very inexperienced side. We had a very young squad. We had Boffett, Jackson, Varela. We had McNair, we had Pereira, we had Lingard, we had Martial, we had Memphis. We had a very, very young team out there. But that's our fault. We spent all that money, but we've got no depth at all, and that's the only problem. It's a poor start. Stanislas scored directly from a corner. I think De Gea. I think Martial's in the way a bit. It's just a poor start to me. But we responded quickly, we created chances. Fellaini had a good chance, Martial had a good chance, McNair had a good chance. We did then break through Bournemouth, we made it 1-1 thanks to a Fellaini goal. All goal must scramble, but in the end he took the ball into the back of the net to equalise things up. And that's how it went into half time. Second half I thought, go on, let's take this by the scruff of the neck and get the 3 points. Well, from the corner, former United player Josh Keane scores. It's just poor marking from United. The play just springs off Daley Blind, and Daley Blind's like, oh, what do I do now? And it was just so poor, because that's exactly what happened in midweek. We conceded 2 goals from set pieces, both from Naldo, and I just think, what have we been doing in training? That was the one thing which, if you were to watch the game, where were we weak that night? And that was set pieces. What do you do in the next day of training? Work on set pieces. But we went and did the exact same thing today, and that's just the only annoying thing. There is no evidence that we've been working on it in training. Have we even been training? That's the question. Why? Another question is, why bring off Fellaini, a target man, a real danger man, a person who scored today, a person who is a threat to the Bournemouth defence? Why bring him off for another youngster, Nick Powell? Nick Powell's not a striker. Nick Powell is still regaining fitness. He played at the under-21s 2 weeks ago, and you're sticking him up front. I don't get that. There's no leadership, there's no desire at all. It's just awful, and we spent all this money, we don't have a decent striker. If we had a quality striker like Cristiano Ronaldo does for Real Madrid, Benzema have Real Madrid have Benzema, Real Madrid have Bale, Real Madrid have Rodriguez, Barcelona have Messi, Barcelona have Suarez, Barcelona have Neymar. If we had a player like that who was scoring goals, we would be winning these games, because we had enough chances to today. We've spent all this money and we don't have a person who's prolific. Hernandez scored 3 goals today, and that's the only thing. Why have we let him go? He's a prolific striker. He's a real threat, and he's the sort of person who would score in games like this. I think the youngsters provided more pace, they took more risk, and they put Bournemouth under pressure in the first half. But it was completely different in the second half. And we won't win the Premier League if we keep playing like this. We slip up 5 points against West Ham at home and Bournemouth away. That should be maximum points, 6 from 6, not 1 from 6. That's awful. It's disappointing. Van Gaal, he just stays in his seat, sulking, doesn't know what to do. He doesn't really do much. He just sits in his chair. And you see Ryan Giggs, he comes out and he urges his players on. He has a go at them, and that's what I want to see. I want to see passion and a manager and a coach raring his team on. He will come out and say in his press conference that we dominate the ball and we create chances, but that's nothing if you can't win football matches. We lost. Doesn't matter. Forget about that Van Gaal. You just need to focus on winning now. It's just poor. And then, many people have been saying Van Gaal out, Van Gaal out. He's not doing well, Van Gaal out. It's very quick to say that when things are going wrong, but you just got to think about it. It probably would go even worse if we were to sack Van Gaal. I think he's still got another 6 months. That's what I would say. You need to give him 6 more months, and if we're not improving in the 6 months, we're not any better than we were come the start of the season or where we are now, then I think sack him after. But you have to wait to the end of the season to make a decision, because that's a huge decision to sack a manager halfway through the season. I don't think it helps at all. There's no one really available. No one's going to want to come in when they don't really have that much of a budget in January. They're not going to really want to come in when they've, straight under pressure. I don't think that'll get us anywhere. If I'm going to say one thing, I'm going to say the only positive I have really today was that we did create some chances during the game, but the main positive was I actually thought Varela played really well today. You can say what you want about that, but I thought Varela was quite good at right back today. I think he looked like he is got a future place in the squad. We've got Norwich home next week. That's a game we've got to win. We then got Chelsea and Stoke coming up. We've got games we're getting teams who are down there at the bottom of the Premier League. We need to win these games, so then when we go to the big games like Anfield and Etihad, we need to win these matches. All I'm going to say is it's a poor result. It's just piss. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's boring, it's annoying, and it's disappointing. We lost 2-1 to Bournemouth. They're a newly promoted team. They didn't even play that well. They have 11,000 capacity, and United couldn't get a result against them. How much money have we spent? How much money have they spent? It's just not good enough. Not good enough. Thanks for watching. See you later.